Yo, what's up everybody, RichGage20 here, back with again a first for this channel, but as always, well as usual, sometimes it's first for me, but as usual, not a first for myself. We got some NLJ, none like Joshua, mixing with Veela today. Whew. Is back when NLJ and Veela had a channel. Well, I mean, they still technically have the channel together, but back when they made stuff for the channel that they have together. Now, I know Mr. Joshua is not the most popular human being in the world right now. I think a lot of it's blown over by now and whatnot. But a couple months ago, good 3 months ago, I don't remember when, Mr. Joshua got in some trouble. With some poor racially timed stuff and whatnot, and to which point I was like, "Is Josh even white? Like what?" And then I found out that he is half white. I was like, "Oh, okay." I didn't know. I didn't even know he was Asian. I thought it was like some kind of Hispanic. Had no idea what Josh was. I always thought about looking it up, but then I think I saw one of the tweets or something. I don't know. I could be wrong. Either ways, it doesn't matter if you're not white. If you're not black, that's the problem. So, I mean, anyone could technically be racist, and if it's racist against black people, that's a problem or not. So my personal feelings on that, I don't fucking care. I'm here for the art, not the artist. I don't really have a problem with Joshua after looking it all up and whatnot. Like, I honestly think some people that responded to it were way more out of line than what Josh was. I don't buy for a second that he didn't understand that hanging was a racial thing. If you must have skipped school or did not take schooling in the U.S., if that is the case. So I don't buy that, but at the same time, I mean, it was a joke. So, I mean, I feel like you can't get mad at a joke. But either way, we're not here for that. All feelings aside on how we feel about that, we're here for the art, and I love the art that NLJ puts forth. Now, I know there's a huge battle against people that do kind of this like anime rap and stuff and whatnot, and there's a whole opinion about it. I don't really watch anime, so most of NLJ stuff, anime rap, dubstep stuff, not really into. But this stuff started dropping back when I was early in college. That's when dubstep came out. That's when it hit the scene, and I hated dubstep at first because it's like, okay, EDM, cool, just noises and sounds, and sure. But then people started rapping over it and started getting stuff like Legend of Zelda and stuff involved, and I was just like, yeah, okay, I get it, I see it now. So like, I'm okay with it. I don't like search for dubstep, but sometimes chill step can be really relaxing and soothing and whatnot. So I mean, I'm not against it. But everything I've watched from NLJ is from about 9 to 11 years ago. Like all of it, all the Zelda stuff and everything is like all of him is old school stuff. Same with this one. So let's not waste any more time. I want to check out a bunch of his old stuff here, and I want to see all the stuff he did with Veela, because Veela is amazing. I'd love to check out some stuff Veela's done by herself as well. I would love to get into a bunch of the stuff that I missed and whatnot. See some of Joshua's originals and stuff and other stuff like that. So it's our first step into that. Without further ado, Chains, Veela, Joshua with Missing Identity on the production. Let's fucking go. After I turn the volume down, I saw it this time. You ain't gonna catch me off guard like that. No, not today. Not today. Okay. Ooh.
step. The factory is hazardous and the maximum capacity is inadequate. This isn't even half of it. Broken dreams, dark corners, law and order's not important. Everything you once were is being torn asunder. Started over, changed to a new name, cause everyone is two-faced. Need I communicate to the slave? Never pay attention to the signs saying work is freedom. Need to learn to speak in turn, cause you know you can't beat them.
Enough. You know it's not very much to stay silent, covering up your shame that you're wearing cuffs, cause you know you have had enough. Test out your knowledge, now you are never getting out. How does it feel to know your life's on the shoulders, getting older?
Many died from the one assembly line. Every time's a steady climb. Let me try to clarify. You are not a human being, you are just a number for the daily grind. Just another deadly life. When we yelling left, we don't have a right. Satellites tracking on the ankle brace. Can't escape, don't look up, cause she's watching every move. Lock you in a bitter room, difficult to misconstrue. Pitiful and ridiculed by the foreman and her crew. Now conforming to the group, cause you swore to tell the truth. And the punishment has come to this eternal servitude. Make a weapon so you can protect yourself and sleep at night. Never knowing who is gonna find a way to seize your life. I don't know if you wanna think to walk alone. There's lots of unknown places, closed chambers, prostrated, won't make it. If you don't take this to the heart, you might end up so lost. Your hole's graveless, no traces, they won't make a statement.
Enough. You know it's not very much to stay silent, covering up your shame that you're wearing cuffs, cause you know you have had enough. Test out your knowledge, now you are never getting out. How does it feel to know your life's on the shoulders, getting older? Silence. When I walk through my rounds of your hand, better be facing down. Just let me give you a warning, or there will be no morning. You can't see it, but you know I've got my gun. And I'll smile wide to everyone, but you know never to look up. I'm your Medusa.
Quiet, you don't wanna say what she's gonna make around, and anything you say is like a thunder sound. So put the cover down when the lights are going on, or you might get a cloud, cause nothing's ever mightier than power that's inside of you. So never show a sign of fear, and always hide insecurities that you don't wanna see, cause only the weak can get left in the heat. I'll bet you'll agree with the rest of the team. Nobody here is the best in the league, cause he gets shot down with a weapon to mean. Waterboard drown, won't let you breathe. Car battery, hinge shock to fatigue. Cigarette burns that scars till you bleed. Don't try to intercede, cause you won't be a piece. So try to stay away from being close to the queen. I don't wanna see another bend to the beast. Nothing to play, no hopes, no dreams. If you got a reason to laugh, then please keep it to yourself, cause we got no games. So much shame and we run our brains, locked in chains, all in vain. Earn no wage, earn no pain. Stay away for the day that a day is saved, cause I haven't felt warmth in a closer reach. When the motion beats like a horse's teeth, I employ to eat, cause she work for a sweet, for the work for free. Like interning with no ladder to climb a sea. So mind your deeds, time to leave. Rise at dawn, watch your guard, and try to sleep.
Enough. You know it's not very much to stay silent, covering up your shame that you're wearing cuffs, cause you know you have had enough. Test out your knowledge, now you are never getting out. How does it feel to know your life's on the shoulders, getting older?
There you have it. Whew. That was not, I mean, like what I expected, but also not so much what I expected. I really wish this lyric website, like, 'cause it was hard to find lyrics for this. I finally did, and I had a feeling I was going to need to. And it's weird because that's like maybe between 1 to 2 to like 4 words per line. So it's just huge block of text. It's like you could maybe space this out a little bit more. Put more in a line, you know, so it's not just a huge fucking never-ending scrolling document. But you know, it's whatever. Um, yeah, that was I don't think Veela often raps. I know she did on Lights, which was amazing. Still one of my favorite songs done by them ever. That Ending Night is pretty fucking epic. But you know, I was just thinking that since Josh commented on this video somewhere saying that, like, you know, one day I'll be able to rap as good as her. I was thinking maybe she was gonna drop some bars in this as well, but her singing lines are always a treat to the ear. They're always deliciously sweet, even when they're sinister. And I like it. It was a very interesting, almost like computerized voice, electronic effect on her voice while it was also harmonizing at the same time. Very interesting sound there. Josh's raps were pretty cool. I think a lot of his older raps, especially when I listen back to them now, they still feel like he's developing his skill a little bit. At the time, they were just like they were bumping. But now that I listen to him, it's just like, okay, I could see where, you know, he definitely needs some work on his. Like, got some Cheetos over there. I was like, oh, yeah, I got Cheetos in the shop. I'm easily distracted. I'm sorry. So you know, every now and then I could feel a little bit of the beginning writings coming out from Josh, but it was like a small moment here and there where that happened. But for the most of it, like, this was some pretty good bars in here. The flow was pretty nice, especially when the second half there he switched it up to a lot more fast paced flow. Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Definitely did get a little bit of that kind of industrial cybery kind of feel from it, and didn't have a little bit of this kind of like dark taste to it as well, which was kind of cool. I halfway through I started noticing when we had Veela going here for her second line there, I was imagining, like, you know, some kind of, like, you know, Star Wars fantasy, either like cyberpunk or like sci-fi kind of environment, like walking around a space station, spaceship or something like that, and like Veela was portraying like almost some kind of, like, not necessarily Darth Vader, but, you know, like that, like, top of the chain, like, leader commander that, like, you look at me the wrong way, I'll fucking kill you kind of vibe in there with that, you know, walking my rounds, your head better be facing down, like. So then I was trying to piece together, like, what's Josh's role in this? Is he's one of the people trying to rise up and rebel from that situation? Is he like an outsider, like, coming in to try to take over the Death Star or something? You know, like, what's his role in here? I don't know if I got an answer to that at any point. Couldn't really figure that out, but that's just like the kind of vibes I was getting from that. That was interesting. That was very interesting. It got quiet. It was quiet for a while. I was just like, is my volume wrong? What's going on here? So I want to take a look at some of these bars and whatnot, or probably most of the bars, I'm gonna be honest with you. I do have a few timestamps in here, but nothing super crazy. Like nothing super of note and whatnot. But right at the gate here, let's bring me back down this bitch. I was getting a little bit of an industrial taste to it, as I said, but also getting that kind of cybery space or cyberpunk like vibe as well, so we'll check that out. I liked the interesting, like, weird rumbly bass sound that kind of felt like it like moved this way in the ears. That kind of started it off. I thought that was really cool. And then we'll check out some of these bars. Yeah, there's those sounds right out the gate there. Dum, dum, dum. But it has a little crackle to it. And that kind of like weird, distorted, not necessarily screechy sound, but like the very interesting sound that was kind of giving me an industrial vibe, for sure. And that sound there is when we started getting a little bit into the cyber sci-fi feel. Yeah, I feel like there's a sound effects out here in like Star Wars or some shit. That's But that rising in pitch right there is just kind of it's kind of like building this momentum for the song to start. That's kind of a cool effect. Extreme distorted like movie whoa bass in there. Okay. Very interesting sounds there starting out this song here. First 40 seconds. Alright. Yeah, that. Bump, 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 and then like vibrates out a little bit. Yeah, it's that's like the sound of like when dropping a ball. And it's like. Doom, 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 doom. That's a very interesting sound effect right there. That's kind of cool.
Watch your step.
And I feel like it swerves a little bit. It doesn't go full to this ear, but like it kind of comes down and like moves a little bit over. Interesting. Anyways, let's get that again. We'll listen to some Josh bars here.
Watch your step. The factory is hazardous and the maximum capacity is inadequate. This isn't even half of it.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Whew. Oh man. So the maximum capacity is inadequate, and that is even half of it. Like that. That's a good scheme right there. That's a good scheme right there. I like that. I like that.
Is hazardous and the maximum capacity is inadequate. This isn't even half of it. Broken dreams, dark corners, law and order's not important. Everything you once was being torn asunder. Started over, changed to a new name.
So it was interesting fuzzing and phasing out of the voice there, and then it comes back clear when it says started over. Interesting. Let me go back a little bit and get a little of that again.
This isn't even half of it. Broken dreams, dark corners, law and order's not important. Everything you once was being torn asunder. Started over, changed to a new name, cause everyone is two-faced. Need I communicate to the slave? Never pay attention to the signs saying work is freedom. Need to learn to speak in turn, cause we know you can't beat them.
Very interesting. Very interesting there. Yeah, I don't even be able to describe it, man. Something about the tone, the kind of deep tone and register in Josh's voice, mixed with his, I don't know, just like his committal nature, whatever the correct phrase of that term would be, his commitment to the flow. It's catchy, man. It just lures you in. It's like you feel like you know you're hearing a story. You know something's being said, even if you can't understand what he's saying. You know something's being said with that level, that commitment, that dedication to the flow. You know, something about it just is enticing. It's very intriguing there. Now it's the next little timestamp I have here that we've arrived to, as I knew we would. Let me see. There we go. The lyrics are so fucking. No, there's no space in between everything is just all one after the other, 1 to 4 words at a time. Who made these lyrics? You could easily have broken it up, separated where Veela comes in or something, but whatever. Anyways, so yeah, let's listen to Veela here. I want to hear the push into some Veela's bars here.
Sign saying work is freedom, need to learn to speak in turn, cause you know you can't beat 'em.
Enough. You know it's not very much to stay silent, covering up.
It's so weird. This is like, it's definitely heavy production on her voice. There's just different effects going on in there. Again, very cybery effects. It sounds like, again, like I said before we came back into this, that sounds like a robot speaking. It just kind of has that thin, like, what's her name? Starts with a G, right? GLaDOS, I think. Kind of like has that, like, you can tell it's robot voice, but it has this like a softer pitch, so you can tell it's female robot voice, but it has this kind of thinness to it. Very interesting effect on there. And also you have that main line, but you can also hear a little bit of a higher harmony in there, her on top of herself at the same time, with these crackling, fizzling cyber noises that are affecting the way her voice is saying stuff. It's a very interesting effect we got going on here. Let's pop it back. Let's hear that again.
You know it's not very much to stay silent, covering up.
On this beat is good. When my head just can't stop nodding, you got a nice good rockin' beat going on.
Be ashamed that you're wearing cuffs, cause you know you have had enough. Dice, I'll drink.
I like that little pause in there when you have these these sounds coming in with the beat. Kind of nice high-pitched electronic sounds coming in with the beat there. Nice little pause, and then she comes back in. Very cool effect there. I like that.
Cause you know you have had enough. Dice, I'll
Nice little beat drop there. I heard that.
knowledge now you are never getting out. How does it feel to know your life's on the shoulders? Getting older.
Dun, dun, dun. That's a nice line there. I like that. Alrighty. I just wanna keep getting some more of these bars. When I see if I hear anything.
Many died from the one assembly line. Every time's a steady climb. Let me try to clarify.
Assembly line, steady climb, clarify. Okay, yeah. It sounds good. It sounds pretty good. The clarify is a little bit of like slant rhyme and whatnot, but it fits. It works. It works.
You are not a human being, you are just a number for the daily grind, just another deadly life. When we're yelling left, we don't have a right. Satellites tracking on the ankle brace.
Interesting what he's doing here with the rhyme scheme. First off, I just like that bar in general. You're not a human being, you're just a number for the daily grind. I like that. I like those bars. Those are some good bars right there. It's interesting. So we got daily grind, just another deadly life, kind of making that scheme a little bit, and then switches it when we're yelling left, you don't have a right. Satellite, just immediately going rhyme to rhyme there. Very interesting. Checking on the ankle brace, can't escape, don't look up, never move. In a bit of room, it's like it'll like it's constantly switching up what the rhyme is going to be, where the rhyme is going to fall, and sometimes intentionally not rhyming, but then coming in and rhyming later after that. So switching up the rhyme scheme and sacrificing a rhyme to do such. It gives it a little bit of a disconnected kind of chunky feel to it, and I think that it's intentional based off of the kind of the feeling and the mood and the theme of this song. So that's kind of cool. I kind of like that.
Can't escape. Don't look up, cause she's watching every move. Lock you in a bitter room, difficult to misconstrue. Pitiful and ridiculed by the foreman and her crew. Now conforming to the group, cause you swore to tell the truth. And the punishment has come to this eternal servitude. Naked weapons so you can protect yourself and sleep at night. Never knowing who is gonna find a way to seize your life. I don't know if you wanna think to walk alone. There's lots of
That was a nice little flow switch up there. Yeah, it's weird. It's giving me Mad Stitches vibes, and not if you know Stitches, not because of the way that not how Stitches raps or what he raps about. Well, technically it's how he raps, but not like the aggressive yelling nature of which Stitches raps. But the way he goes about his rhyme schemes is like sometimes Stitches just won't rhyme, or he'll have some what I think many would consider weak rhymes. But like you don't even notice it because he commits so unbelievably fucking hard to what he's saying that just it sounds right, even though nothing about it should sound right. And it's kind of a little bit the same here. It's just like the way he's switching is the way he's like purposely not rhyming at certain places, but then that rhyme that was going to happen, the next line comes 3 or 4 lines later, and yet it still feels like he hit the rhyme, but there's this weird kind of emptiness in between, and he'll jump back and forth between doing that and not doing that, and it feels like it's wrong. The fuck? Whatever my roommate is listening to, it's weird. Sorry. So it feels like it's wrong, but at the same time, he just commits to the flow and to what he's rapping with so much determination that it sounds right, even though it feels like it should be wrong, and it kind of sounds wrong. It also sounds so very right at the same time, which I can respect that. I can respect that. He just, you know, when you just give it your all and you make it dirty and grimy and just fucking give it everything you got and you just commit to it and it just comes out sounding good like that, that's pretty cool. You know, that's pretty damn cool. I gotta give it to him. I like the way he's playing with this in a kind of non-conventional way that you would expect to hear it, and committing to that and giving it this deeper, like, kind of aggressive and dirty, grimy, and like, what's the word I'm looking for? Oppressed, because kind of the theme of the thing here, kind of nature to it. It feels like he's doing it to fit a theme, and I feel like it's working really well.
known places, closed chambers, prostrated, won't make it. If you don't take this to the heart, you might end up so lost. Your hole's graveless, no traces, they won't make a statement.
Enough, you know it's not very much.
I like that interjection that Veela has as well. But yeah, even in there, let's go to this line. Won't make it if you don't take this to the heart. You might end up so lost. Yeah, the lost just comes out of nowhere. That doesn't that flows with nothing. That rhymes with nothing. There's no I guess there's pros and lost. I guess that, but it doesn't sound like that matches up because it's prostrated and lost. Doesn't. There's no extra syllables to that. It doesn't sound like it matches up to anything. But then after that, won't make it if you don't take this to the heart. You might end up so lost. Your hole's graveless, no traces. Take this, traces, graveless. Take this heart and traces. That's enough. Yeah. Graveless, traces. Take this. Like he completely drops it, but then comes back with it later. And it's so weird how that's. Like, because normally I've heard that kind of something like that before, and it's rubbed my ears the wrong way. It's just like, But like he's making it work somehow. I don't know how he's doing it, but somehow he's making it work. But what I really like is, he's spitting all these bars and stuff, and then Veela, being what I assume the queen empress that she is in this scenario, cuts him off. It was like pretty much enough. Stop talking. If you were like speaking out against your superior, they'd be like, and then he's to the movie like, enough, be gone with you. So she cuts him off like that. And I think that's really fucking cool, especially cutting him off in that assertive way. And then just starts fucking singing at him. That's good shit, man. That's good shit right there.
They will make a statement.
Enough. It's not very much to stay silent, covering up your shame that you're wearing cuffs, cause you know you have had enough.
No. So catchy.
Out your language now, you are never getting out. How does it feel?
That's a good melody, man.
On the shoulders, getting older. Silence. When I walk through my rounds of your head, better be facing down.
So this is interesting. It's like she started her own verse, because like every time she comes in, especially since it's the same lines, it sounds like a chorus. This one, her voice gets a little bit less echoey and a little bit more direct on the main line. The harmony's still a little echoey, so it feels like she's talking more directly and even maybe a little bit more sinister as well. And so it feels like it's switching from a chorus to a verse there. That's interesting.
On the shoulders, getting older. Silence. When I walk through my rounds of your head, better be facing down. Just let me give you a warning, or there will be no morning.
Let me give you a warning, or there will be no morning. You dead. We're gonna fucking kill you. Ooh, so heed my warning. All right. And the next part is too, you can't see it, but I've got my gun. I'll smile wide to everyone, but never look up. I'm your Medusa. Holy shit. I think after this, there's a musical interlude and whatnot. And then Josh comes back in with that fast rap.
You can't see it, but I've got my gun. And I'll smile wide to everyone, but never to look up.
And I like how she uses the syllables in Medusa as Medusa. Gets it out to 3 beats to fit like everything else that's going on before that. Got my gun, everyone to look up. Medusa. I like how she uses that syllable wordplay there, Medusa, to make it fit that syllable pattern that she's been doing.
Never to look up, I'm your Medusa.
I like it's like a melody line here, and then like phrasing distorts a little bit, and then goes back. Like gets it back under control and goes back to normal. It's a very beautiful melody line too. Catchy notes there. I like that. I like the sound of those bass drum kicks, those electronic bass kicks. And they're just very solid. And I just like that they're coming in occasionally, like on rhythm, but also sporadically after they hit. Very interesting.
Quiet, you don't wanna say it when she's gonna make a round. And anything you say is like a thunder sound. So put the cover down when the lights are going on. Or you might get a cloud, cause nothing's ever mightier than power that's inside of you. So never show a sign of fear and always hide insecurities that you don't wanna see, cause only the weak get left in the heat. I'll bet you'll agree with the rest of the team. Nobody here is the best in the league, cause he gets shot down with a weapon to mean. Water boy drown, won't let you breathe. Car battery, hinge shock to fatigue. Cigarette burns that scars you bleed. Don't try to intercede, cause you won't be a piece. So try to stay away from being close to the queen.
Oh, god damn, dude. Like, here we're getting more consistent rhyme scheme patterns happening, which is smart to do when you're going faster. But like we got a lot being said here. Oh my god. You don't want you don't want to say it when she's gonna make a round, and anything you say is like a thunder sound. Oh, I like that. Like, if you have the courage to say anything when she's around making her rounds, like with all the silence of no one willing to say a word, speak or anything, your voice is pretty much gonna come off like like the clap of thunder, so very loud, and you're afraid to do that. You don't want her to notice you. Guys, to put the cover down when the lights go. Also going out, you might want to get a clout, because nothing's ever mightier than power that's inside of her. So never show a sign of fear, and always hide insecure. Ties that you don't want to cause, you don't get weaker. Yeah, damn, just fucking. The fact that you can do these pretty fast is pretty impressive. Just by the way it kind of flows in general is that one I feel like takes a little bit of time to get down. So try to stay away from being close to the queen. I don't want to see another fed to the beast. Some of these bars, man, this is some dark shit going on down here.
Don't wanna see another bed to the beast. Nothing to play, no hopes, no dreams. If you got a reason to laugh, then please keep it to yourself, cause we did no games. So much shame and we run our brains, locked in chains, all in vain. Earn no wage, burn that pain, stay away for the day that it goes.
Burn that page and wait for the date. The way he put the rhyme right before the end of the phrase and then used the rest of that phrase to flow into the next one. That's clever. I like that. I like that.
Nothing to play, no hopes, no dreams. If you got a reason to laugh, then please keep it to yourself, cause we got no games. So much shame and we run our brains, locked in chains, all in vain. Earn no wage, burn that pain, stay away for the day that it goes insane. Cause I haven't felt warmth in a course of weeks. When the motion beats like a horse's teeth, I employ to eat, cause she work for a street for the work for free. Like interning, but no ladder to climb a seat. So minds and deeds, time to leave, rise at dawn, watch it gun, and try to sleep.
Enough. You know it's not very much to stay. Silent covering up your shame that you're wearing cuffs, cause you know you have had enough. Dice out your knowledge, now you are never getting out. How does it feel to know your life's on your shoulders? Yeah.
Woo. The way the last words kind of break up and dissipate, pretty cool. Pretty cool on that. I like that. I like the flow. I like the intensity in the rapping. I love Veela's beautiful voice and her amazing harmonies in there with a very cool, again, very cybery feel to it. It's very fascinating. That was pretty cool. Based off the other stuff I've heard from them. Not what I expected. But pretty bitchin' in general. NLJ and Veela did not make a lot together. I've already heard their raw frequencies, Never Fall Far, Now Chains, Lights, Ignite, the Dragon Roost Island Dubstep one. That's pretty cool. She really makes that a much better song. In all honesty, not that it wasn't pretty good, but like when she's singing, he's rapping at the same time. That's just crazy. So yeah, we got a few more to check out here. I also want to check out some more of their individual stuff. We'll see what happens, what goes down with that. So yeah, I mean, I don't know when, but eventually I'm going to get to some more of their stuff. So I hope you enjoyed. That was a very interesting ride. And I will see you all next time.